Ladies and gentlemen, apologies. Ladies and gentlemen, the academic procession is about to enter the hall. We will be singing the national anthem. The words are on page 11 of the program. Please stand for the academic procession and national anthem. 女士们、先生们，请起立，请大学校长、副校长和学者们进入殿内。同时，在演奏澳大利亚国歌时，请保持站立。请一起颂唱国歌，歌词在毕业典礼首次的第11页。谢谢。
Australians, oh, let us rejoice, for we are young and free. We've golden soil and wealth of toil, our home is girt by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty. In history page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains, then let us sing, advance Australia fair.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to this very special celebration. You're all most welcome to celebrate with us all the achievements of our graduates today. My name is Diane Davidson. I am the Deputy Chancellor of the University of Adelaide, and it is my great pleasure to declare open this congregation, convened specifically for the purpose of conferring degrees. Distinguished guests, parents, friends, families, supporters, and of course graduates. This day represents the culmination of efforts on behalf of you all From the graduate's point of view, it is many years of study and commitment, adventures, good and bad, and some we don't know about, and some we do. But mostly your achievements is what we celebrate today. But we also thank all of you who have supported the students through a long period of time. And many of you who've also travelled a long way to be here with your family members today. And for that, we thank you and greet you most warmly. I would like and must acknowledge the Kaurna people, the original custodians of the land on which the University of Adelaide's campuses are located, here on North Terrace, at Roseworthy, at the Waite Institute, and at Theberton. And graduates, today is the end of a period and the beginning of another for many of you, and we do wish you well as you take this next step in your lives. I personally hope that you enjoy and remember this ceremony today, because it does mark a point, but it's a time while you're sitting and waiting for your turn to come across the stage to reflect upon your own time here, the friendships and the networks that you have built, and the importance of those in your lives, and the fact that now you can celebrate with others their achievements as well as your own. So we're going to hear now from a man whose own experience is very relevant to your own experiences so far, and it gives me great pleasure to introduce our graduation orator, Mr. Andrew Blaskett. Now, Andrew started his career in the South Australian Government with the Department of Treasury and Finance in 1985. And in a career spanning 30 plus years, he has been fortunate to gain wide-ranging experience in a number of roles in Treasury, Health, and the Department of Premier and Cabinet. In his current role as General Manager of the South Australian Government Financing Authority, he oversees a diverse organisation which provides financial services, debt management, insurance and fleet services to the government. Prior to this appointment, Andrew's portfolio of responsibility included the preparation of financial reports for the state government, maintenance of financial policies to support sound financial and procurement management, fiscal policy, tax policy and economic regulation. He is clearly a man of wide experience and many talents by the looks of it. He also holds a Bachelor of Arts in Accountancy and a Master of Commerce. Andrew is a Fellow of CPA Australia, playing a leadership role within the accounting profession in South Australia. He has a particular interest in working with graduates as they transition from tertiary education into the accounting profession. We are privileged to hear him speak today and to learn of his experiences and from his wisdom. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Andrew Blaskett.
Thank you, Deputy Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, President, distinguished guests, members of staff, and of course, and most importantly, graduates and their families and friends. I'm excited and honoured to be here with you today on this momentous day. It is a special honour to be invited to share with you some personal insights from my experiences that I feel may benefit you as you move forward in your chosen careers. I myself hold fond memories of my graduation, and I trust that your day will be just as important to you. I particularly encourage you to take the time at some stage today to reflect on your achievements and recognise today for the important landmark that it is. To be honest with you, when I was contacted by the university to provide this address, I was somewhat taken aback. You see, I consider myself a somewhat unremarkable specimen. I graduated with a degree in accountancy in 1991, having undertaken 6 years of part-time study whilst working opening letters in the mailroom of the State Taxation Office. My grades would, at best, be described, even by the most generous observer, as average. Many more years have now passed, and I've added some more technical qualifications, whilst a further 25 years working for government has literally flown by. It was only when I started to unpick this seemingly unremarkable history that I began to realise that I may indeed have a worthwhile story to tell. I guess in 5 minutes or so's time, I'll let you be the judge of whether that's in fact the case. Over the last 30 years, I've been fortunate to move into senior executive positions in state government, playing lead roles in diverse functions ranging from tax reform through economic regulation, accounting standard reforms, public finance and intergovernmental relations. A review of my CV reveals a series of seemingly inexplicable lucky breaks as I move from role to role within government, primarily in the Department of Treasury and Finance. While I concede that there may be an element of luck involved in developing your career, I believe that making careful decisions and smart choices improves your so-called luck. Charting your career path and understanding your personal aspirations is a task that is largely up to you. Certainly, there are plenty of people who can help you. Your employer is likely to have a view of how they would like you to develop, but ultimately, your career destiny has to be up to you. Only you truly know what is important to you, what your values are. It is important to recognise that the career history that appears in my CV is the one that I chose and was born of my values. The path I have followed, which appears haphazard and random, has flowed from choices I have made based on my values. On reflection, what is evident to me is that my job satisfaction was maximised when I was doing work that was consistent with my personal values. The ability to be engaged and thus work hard and thus be successful was also correlated to my values. It is sometimes only on reflection that you can see the learning from a difficult period in your career. Often it is the realisation that at that point in your career you were operating in conflict with your values, or that the values of your employer were not consistent with your own. Not surprisingly, the times when I have lacked motivation, and there have been many, have been those times when I've been operating furthest from my values. It is clear to me now that understanding your values has an important part to play in career planning and job satisfaction. I know from my own experience and from the many discussions I've had with students and graduates that individual values are not well understood and are often not considered explicitly when making important career decisions. Values can help when making personal decisions in ambiguous circumstances, and I think, personally, that career choices are indeed ambiguous. Personal values flow from your own life experiences and from the people who influence you most: parents, carers, family, peers, and others. Put simply, values are the things that are important to you. They embody what you stand for as a person. If you've not done so already, I encourage you all to seek to understand and define your personal values. Talk to those closest to you about what their values are. Find those values that you identify with personally. Often a simple first step in determining your values is to think about what sort of issues stir the strongest emotions for you. For me, fairness, integrity, loyalty, respect, family and public service are all things that I consider to be part of my value set. My career choices have flowed from these values. By way of example, I've had many opportunities to leave this state, South Australia, to leave the state government. Almost certainly opportunities offering significant financial advantage, but family, a love of Adelaide and the idea that in some small way I contribute back to the South Australian community has kept me in South Australia. It's important to recognise that these are the things that I value. They represent what works for me. They are not your values, nor should they be. This is important for you to understand. This is why it is important for you to understand your own values. No employer can determine the best career path for you. Only you know what makes you happy and what drives you. Your personal future, like our collective future, will be enriched where you take risks and move off the regular accepted path. Just to get to this point in your daily lives today, or in your lives today, many of you will have already taken risks, be they the financial risks associated with a higher education, the risk of moving to Adelaide in order to learn, or the career risks that come from a complete change in vocation. As your career develops, it will continue to be important to take risks and seek out new opportunities. Moving from safe, understood roles to challenging new opportunities is risky but central to your career growth. It would be remiss of me in this address not to acknowledge the challenging nature of some sectors of the graduate employment market at present. Choices are at best limited. For some of you, this may mean that commencing and developing your career will require increased innovation and risk. Some of you will need to consider career paths that seem indirect, but that provide needed work experience and stability as you work towards your career goals. Understanding your values will prove critical as you face this challenge. Use your personal values as a framework for assessing new opportunities. Challenge yourself and strive to be the best you can be in your chosen field, whether that is as the General Manager of SAFER as I am now, or the letter opener in State Taxation Office as I was then. Today you graduate. For some of you, this will be your last contact with formal education. For others, your tertiary education journey continues. For all of you, it is important to recognise that your learning journey has just begun. Beyond everything technical you have learnt in the last few years, importantly, you have learnt how to learn. I encourage you to continue to use those skills. I firmly believe that we should never be afraid to do something new. Life gets very boring when you stay within the confines of what you know already. Growing your career will require you to take risks. Your values provide the framework for taking these risks. Surround yourself with people you trust, who can guide you on your learning journey. This includes family and friends, but should also include mentors who can challenge your understanding and beliefs and shepherd your growth. A good mentor will ask you the questions you are often reluctant to ask yourself and will support and sponsor your career growth. Seek out mentors. Do not be afraid to ask for their advice. In closing, it was Winston Churchill who said, "Now this is not the end, it is not even the beginning of the end, but it is perhaps the end of the beginning." Graduation marks the end of the beginning of your learning journey. As you embark on the next part of that journey, I encourage you to follow your values, take risks, and remember you are not alone in this challenge. I hope that your journey will be rewarding and exciting, and I wish you all congratulations and good luck for the future.
On behalf of the graduates and their families attending today's ceremony, I'd like to thank Mr. Andrew Blaskett for his stimulating and inspiring address. We are honoured that you have taken the time to join us on this special day to share with us your thoughts and experiences. Your words of encouragement and advice are greatly appreciated. They remind us that education places upon each of us an enduring responsibility to make the best possible use of our talents and to contribute to the betterment of society in whatever way we can. Please join me once again in thanking Mr. Andrew Blaskett.
I will now receive the candidates for degrees and call upon the Vice-Chancellor.
Deputy Chancellor, I, Professor Warren Bebbington, Vice-Chancellor and President of the University of Adelaide, certify to you and the whole university that the graduates who will be presented to you have fulfilled all the conditions prescribed for admission to the awards for which they are so presented.
I, Diane Davidson, Deputy Chancellor of the University of Adelaide, by virtue of the power committed to me by the University, confirm that each graduate is admitted to the rank and privileges of a holder of the award in the University of Adelaide for which they are so presented.
Deputy Chancellor, I, Professor Paul Coram, present to you graduates from the Adelaide Business School. To the degree of Bachelor of Commerce Corporate Finance, James Ronald Vernon Bell. Jake David Braum. Antonio Rafael Caruso. Chun Yu Chan. Lat Tun Cody Chow. Stephen James Coburn. James Samuel Craddock. Henry John DePoy. Jared James Hedger. Junran Hu. Claudia Phoebe King. Wei Yain Olivia Lamb. Tzi Chun Leung. Sing Jian Lim. Roselle May Makulinkag. John Henry Carver McCarran, and John also receives the Bachelor of Economics. Courtney Marie Myers. Aidan William Offey. Joshua Brian O'Leary. Jen Ching Ui. Meng Fei Pan. Nicholas Buxton Powell. Oscar Joseph Redfern. Tess Eva Rogers. Andrew James Shaw. Katarzyna Skonieczna. Lucy Adelaide Stevens. Blake George Thompson. Wong Tian Hao. Cameron Luke Villarosa, and Cameron also receives the Diploma in Languages. Jiao Hui Wong. To the degree of Bachelor of Commerce Accounting, Michael Leonidas Anastasiou. Elisa Lullock Andarini. Stephen Anikeriko. Harry William Barnes. Wong Ching Tsao. Peter Anthony Carosi. Stephanie Marie Chalmers. Aruma Keisha Chandritia. Kaylun Chappell. Christopher Chen. Wei-Ling Chen. Ying-Chi Chen. Arena Chow. Laura Catherine Cook. Leah Gemma Kotha. Kiva Finola Creswell. Cassandra Leah Dales. Jacinta DiRaggio. Wan Xuang Dong. Nicole Jade Drodge. Sung Si Du. Jane Lin Eng. Daniel Yu Yan Fu. Michael Formicella. Amelia Jane Fox. Gina Gloria Franco. Nikki Louise Frisbee. Liana Feuda. Elmira Gabada. Chi Kao. Erin Louise Gaston. Richard Jason Gerswich. Danusha Nanesakaran. Robin Carroll Gobill. We Ter Go. Wen Gu. Nathan Ryan Gearan. Jiwon Han. Eng Da Han. Yu Han. Tongshi Hao. Kyle Harrison. Ty Drew Harrison. Jessica Elise Hauber. Sophia Louise Hellier, and Sophia also receives the Bachelor of Economics. Laura Emily Hoyle. Patria Kate Honeyman. Hong Ti Nok Trong. Chia Huang. Natalie Manda Hudson. Huan Win Fon. Jason Kua Zi Chow. CUG. Ting UG. Ji Chiang Chin. Yi Xian Zhao. Areb Jilani. Christopher Mark Johnson. Rob Clinton Cardinal. Boravi T. Kien. Hyaju Kim. Lucy Kosh. Peter George Lagos. Conchetta Larissa. Alistair Warren Yu Kok Lau, and Alistair also receives a Bachelor of Arts. Ki Teng Lee. Zi Lei. Lee Man Wei Kenneth. Shuai Li. Winyi Li. Ji Liang. Alvin Chen Fu Lim. Randall Kok Hao Lim. Ta Yong Lim. Yue Lin. Anchi Liao. Chia Lu Liao. Ki Yu Liu. Chi Chi Lu. Samuel Peter Lovell. Daniel Carmine Marateo. Shafiq Muska. Thomas Trin McCluskey. Jack Timothy Mills. Brett Daniel Mitchell. Harry William Malako. Ahmed Salahuddin Muhammad Assis. Tsi Ling Mok. Muhammad Aminuddin Muhammad Don Bazari. Norzaini Nadiana Muhammad Noor. Boitumelo Mulefe. Erin Michaela Murray. Food Min Tien Nguyen. Trang Thuy Nguyen. Irene Angela Nicoladakis. Dylan John Nowak. Keiohiro O. Shurezada Omerovic. Braden Ong. Cameron Grant Ortlep. Paramitha. Annalise Jane Pedler. Annalisa also receives the Diploma in Languages. Dylan P. Wenbo Peng. Lin Lee Khan Pham. Lina Pham. Ashley Jade Fegan. Ziming Piao. Loredana Pietro Santi. George Pilioris. Pranjal Perkayastha. Muhammad Yamin Ramian. Matthew Luke Richter. Farah Aliyah Salim. Nicholas John Shopov. Joseph Siciliano. Thomas Ian Skevington. Troy Stephen Smith. Jasmine Smith Jenkins. Yi Nu Song. William Scott Stanton. Tyson Robert Staples. Danielle Nicole Stevens. Nicholas Montgomery Swift. Crystal Hui San Tan. Zheng Tan. Ji Xin Tan. Hui Wee Ti. Man Yue To. Can Lin Tran. David True. Liam Tutty. Timothy Paul Joseph Taimukas. Ching Yuan Wong. Lin Xiao Wong. Lu Wong. Lu Ya Wong. Meng Wong. Xu Xuan Wong. Yi Sun Wong. Zi Chen Wong. Alexander Jamie White. Carolyn Rosa Wijaya. Juliana Lam Wu. Chang Su. Shi Yi Su. Alexander Jin Cheng Yan. Yan Meng Li. Ming Hue Leo. Yeo. Yip Yu Ting. Yin Tung Yung. Chia Wei En. Keong Hua Yoon. Mohammed Amirul Ashraf Bain Zakira. Jean Chiang. Jingyi Chiang. Mingqin Chiang. Yitong Chiang. Ziyu Chiang. Si-Yung Chow. Zhu Yao Chow. Tongru Zhou. And Nohani Zerni. To the degree of Master of Accounting and Finance, Trong Cao. Sen Chen. Chen Chen. Jade Chen. Tintin Chen. Shinzi Chen. Eng Tao Chen. Wing Quang Chen. Shi Di Tsui. Hao Lei Dong. Yuting Du. Stephen James Edmonds. Yue Feng. Ji Gong. Pengfei Gong. Fang Kuo. Chain Kuo. Mengji Hao. Yixin He. Lilin Chiang. Chen Yung Jin. Venkata Sri Rama Gautama Kavuri. Isabella Kong. Raul Kota. Ming Chao Lan. Joel Lawton. Pei Li. Shichi Li. Wei Liao. Yung Liao. Lulu. Liang Ma. Paulovi Purushottam. Haiyun Shen. Lin Nan Shi. Muhammad Saad Silat. Wenjun Su. Yun Sun. Zi Hao Su. Yi Meng Tian. Param Vora. Yi Wan. Chu Jiao Wong. Dan Wong. Xiao Dong Wong. Yafang Wong. Ying Tong Wong. Yu Chi Wong. Ryan Wilson. Ting Zi. Wen Ching Xion. Kei Tsu. Tian Tian Tsu. Jiao Dong Su. Qingyi Yong. Peng Hui Zi Yong. Shi Eng Yong. Chang Chang Yu. Li Eng Yu. Jia Lin Chiang. Yeo Chiang. Fandi Jiao. And Rai-Chin Chow. Deputy Chancellor, this now concludes the presentation of graduates.
Well, congratulations again to you all. It is wonderful for the university to have had you studying here, and we've gained a great deal from having you in our midst We hope that you have gained a great deal from being in our midst. And again, I would like to thank the families and the supporters and the staff here who are thrilled to see so many of you graduate after so many years as well. We are very proud to have had you at the University of Adelaide. And of course, as graduates of the university, you now join the cohort of alumni around the world, and we have about 150,000 graduates from the University of Adelaide spread through approximately 80 countries. And we are in touch with many of them, and we really do encourage you to keep in touch with us if you possibly can. You know, in many ways there's no excuses today with so much technology about us and so much social media. If you can't find us, we'll find you. So do stay in touch. These links to this time at university will come to mean more and more to you as you go through your careers. So we do wish you well in whichever direction life takes you. And I think, as our guest orator said today, Mr. Blaskett, life and career opportunities sometimes are a matter of good luck, but mostly about sticking to your values and always looking for opportunities. So I'm sure that you will make the most of your opportunities, having had a good start at this university. May I also thank again our mace bearer and all of those people who have made this afternoon's ceremony possible. And may I ask now the audience to stand, the graduates to stay seated, while we all roundly congratulate you. Thank you. You can all now rise, please, and in a moment you can party. But for right now, just stand for the academic recession. And again, I declare this congregation adjourned. Good afternoon.